Today I'm going to be doing a 2026 remote viewing predictions video, part 2. Part 1 I did back in December. It was exactly 6 months ago to the date. It was on Monday, December 15th, 2025, and it's June 15th, also a Monday, 2026. So exactly 6 months ago, I did part 1 of this video. So if you're curious, go and check it out. Today I'm going to be covering part 2. So these are just updated predictions that have come forward. So before getting into the predictions for today's video, I just have a couple of announcements. So first, one-on-one sessions, new bookings for July. They will be live and able to book on Saturday, June 20th. So this upcoming Saturday, secure your slot. They will be taken quickly, very, very quickly. Okay, so set a reminder for Saturday, June 20th, and then I will be putting up multiple announcements on sort of the information on how to book, but just keep that date marked down because all my July slots will be taken, and then I most likely will not be opening my August slots until probably like later on in mid to end of July. Okay, and then the second announcement I have is my first like group wide event. This will be the week of July 20th. So I'm going to be doing my first event that week. Stay tuned for sign up details. So first, my sessions. So the sign up sheet for that, or the sign up link, whatever, will be up on Saturday, but the sessions, like the next available one, is on Monday, July 6th. So the week of July 6th, I will begin those one-on-one sessions again. And then the week of July 20th, that will be the week I host my first event. And then I'm also in the works of launching this exit frequency website. So on this website, I want it so all my bookings are done through there. All the events are done through there. And then I'll also have like courses and other special events all just kind of easily in one spot. So I'm still in the works, guys. I'm still setting everything up. It's only been just over a year, and I did not expect things to take off so quickly. I'm not gonna lie. So those are just some announcements, and yeah, with that, let's just get right into this predictions video. I just want to get through the predictions. I don't want to make it like a long video today. Okay, so when I started off just kind of remote viewing the next 6 months, first, some energetic predictions. So energetic wise, spiritually wise, the second half of 2026, so the next 6 months, are all about choosing. The theme of choice, right? Are we choosing the higher timeline or are we choosing the lower timeline? Both timelines are playing out simultaneously on this planet right now. Okay, so yes, there's been this theme of building. There's been this theme of intensity since 2020, but these are the 6 months, guys. We need to consciously choose if we want the old, if we want to stay in the old or enter the new. The end of this year, we will for sure know what timeline we're going to be on, not only individually, but collectively. And obviously, we could create our own reality, and all that. So, but what I'm saying is collectively, it's all about choice and those individual choices. Like if we each individually choose this higher timeline, it'll be helping the shift collectively. So yes, so the energy is going to continue to build through 2027. So energetically wise, I really was remote viewing when this solar flat and when this great disclosure event is going to be happening. The event, so we're going to feel the energy build through the next 6 months and most of 2027. The great event is still contracted to occur in 2028. Okay, so we are not, it's not happening today. Okay, it might not even happen in 2027. The energy of this event that is coming most definitely from what I've been picking up on for years, it is still contracted for 2028, okay? So this is like going to be that solar flash or cosmic like, it's either going to be like a solar flash, which is what I'm mostly picking up on, or like just almost like a cosmic radiation wave, but that's going to help the ascension to 5D. And then that will lead to the open contact, okay? So the timeline, once again, I'm mostly seeing 2028. 6 months ago, I said the exact same timeline. The solar flash in the open contact, it's a 16-month window I'm still seeing. So the soonest is August of 2027. So that's the absolute soonest. I do not see it happening at this time. In this current timeline, obviously there's an infinite number of timelines. We are shifting constantly. We are still, obviously we have to choose this timeline in 2026. It's going to be presented with us. That's why the theme of choice, right? But August of 2027 is the soonest. The latest is December of 2028. So I don't even see it getting pushed into 2029. Another energetic, I guess. So the only reason I brought that up is because we are going to keep feeling the building towards this event, okay? So, and then we're also going to basically through the end of the year feel the 3D to 5D push-pull, right? So it's going to be like one day we're feeling like we're in the 5th dimension. One day we're feeling like we're in the 3rd dimension. One day we're in the 4th dimension, right? So like there's so many, the timeline, the ascension timeline has not fully been anchored. We need to choose to anchor that timeline in the next 6 months, okay? So it's all hands on deck for the ascension. Now I'm going to get into some events, okay? So the first remote viewing event that I saw was, it seemed like it is like, and once again, we could shift the timeline, especially out of like the more lower vibrational things that might occur, but I saw a fear-based like blackout event or a cyber attack around particularly I saw the USA around the 4th of July. Okay, so they want to basically fuck shit up around the 4th of July. Okay, so it's all elite, all pre-planned, all that. So it's a shadow government. If and when this happens, shadow government. Okay, so I saw like a fear-based cyber outage / blackout, not from a solar flare. A blackout event around the 4th of July in the United States. More like a system grid test than long-term outage. So it's going to be like, oh, okay, blackout. Maybe there's some flights down for several hours, or maybe there's, just more that like, it's not going to be like days and days. It's more like grid tests, but they're trying to test the consciousness and how humanity, I guess, does, especially in the US for this. And they want to do it around the 4th. So it makes me wonder, they are going to pull some shit on the 4th. Last year, they did that Texas flood on the 4th, right? And I remember in my second half of July 2025, or my second half of 2026, my second half of 2025 July predictions video that I did last year, the first thing that came forward was they are going to do this the week of July 4th. They were going to up their chemtrail activity, and all that spraying led to the flood in Texas. So I don't know why, but there's a theme of they're going to do something around the 4th. Okay. Next prediction is, I saw like a massive solar flare, particularly in August. Maybe the strongest one in 2026. Very interesting. What do we have in August? We have a total solar eclipse that is going over Iceland. We have Lionsgate portal, which, speaking about Lionsgate portal, I do have something I have to say later on. Or around that, like the Lionsgate and eclipse portal. But anyway, strongest solar activity will be spiking around August. That's just of 2026. I also saw another window, very high activity, might not be as high as August, but October. 2026 high solar activity. The next thing that came forward when I was just remote viewing kind of anything that might come out, or, you know, an event or whatever, I was led to like a 9/11 whistleblower event. I don't know. Some of these predictions, they just come forward. I got to write them down and say them, because sometimes if I don't say them, because they're like, oh, that's so whatever, but then it happens, I'm not happy with myself. So I'm just writing down everything that came forward. So a 9/11 whistleblower around 9/11. Okay, that's that. Literally, some of these predictions are so like, it's like I couldn't even cloak to get more information sometimes, but it's like that just came forward when I was just scanning and basically seeing what is going to come forward the next 6 months. The next prediction, I saw like major West Coast fires for August and September, okay? And yes, they will most likely be tied to geoengineering and also direct energy. So the West Coast, please be on alert. There are fire, which I covered in my heart video, but there's a fire agenda laid out for the West Coast. Okay. Like, just like how we shifted out of the hurricanes for last year, and I literally, when I saw this, when I was scanning all my predictions, I'm still not seeing a major hurricane in 2026. And I said that even 6 months ago. So I think that their agenda is going to be the fires. So let's all consciously send to the powers that be behind these fires, we know your plans. We know your plans, and we are not consenting. We will just shift the timeline out of it. That's what we did last year for the hurricanes. There was not one that hit the US, okay? Just keep saying we are shifting the timeline. We are shifting the timeline. We are going to shift the timeline so that they can't get away with these fires, but I have to say it in case they do. The next prediction, this one is once again very generic like that whistleblower event, but a Delta Airlines flight. Very suspicious situation. Like, I couldn't even cloak, but from what I got, very suspicious. Like, everybody's gonna be talking about this like Delta Airlines flight, like, and it's so random, but like specifically Delta Airlines flight and a situation around the flight. I couldn't even get like direct information. Is it like a crash, or is it like some sort of, let's just say, suspicious, okay? So be on the lookout, a Delta Airlines flight. Once again, that's what just came forward when I was remote viewing, so, okay. The next prediction I have is, okay, this one's a big one. I'm just going to say it just up front. So basically, I saw the shadow government operating out of the Middle East getting exposed for killing Charlie Kirk. This is going to happen Q4. Evidence will be coming out, and I saw like Turning Point basically will begin to collapse. Like, I mean, at a whole new level. And everyone's going to know. And I remote viewed, and I know exactly who he was killed by, but we're talking evidence, okay? So I don't know if this has to relate to the Candace Owens investigation. I don't know if this is going to be a whistleblower just releasing the documents on like the date and the time and the order of the hit, but I'm saying evidence, like world knows the Middle East shadow gov killed Charlie Kirk, and that will be occurring in Q4. Okay, so that's very exciting, especially for those who we all know, like obviously the shadow government took him out, but like actually, like this could be the first major like death where it will be solved for the world to see and really like anchor in some mass activations just for people being consciously aware of, you know, just the playbook all along. So I think it's going to be significant when, like, yeah, obviously we know intuitively, we feel it deep down. I'm talking like physical, like a whistleblower or like a leaker, like the evidence will, like, it'll be solved. It'll be solved by the end of the year. Okay. So Okay, this prediction was like once again, very generic, and I couldn't even, I guess, cloak, maybe because like I'm not too familiar with this like particular official, but like I was immediately led to like a podcast interview with maybe like someone high up military or high up government, but anyway, just getting interviewed and asked some questions. And this prediction, I just wrote down government official talking about reptilian agendas publicly during an interview. Like, because normally it's just like cut out, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, you never hear someone in the government like talking about this, but like I'm saying a government official talking about reptilians. So like in elite agendas. So I'm interested to see like who is that when it happens. I'm curious. Okay. Another political like prediction, but I'm gonna just say it. And what's fascinating was a year ago I saw that it was gonna happen around the same time. Okay. I saw RFK Jr. resigning between November and January. So like at the end of the year, early next year. But it got like flagged out kind of the end of the year, but like the latest would be early next year. And I saw like it's going to be actually Trump that pushes him out, but it will appear as like RFK voluntarily resigning. So they are not happy with him. Like he has pushed back way too much. Like yes, it may for people who wanted to see him do a lot, it may not look like he's done a lot. He has pushed, because I've been tracking what he's been doing behind the scenes remote viewing. He's been fucking trying to do stuff, guys. Like he has been pushing the limits. They have like I don't know how to explain it. They number one, they're scared shitless of him. Like he's the most threatening one. Number two, like they're just scared of him, so they're gonna want him out. Like, and I didn't see him obviously getting taken out, but I saw like obviously Trump is so corrupted in the sense that it was all a lie to get him in, to just ring in the supporters, right? So it's like I don't like want to like get into any of that like trap, but anyway, like he truly all along does not like the guy. Like that's just what, like he does not like the guy. He's fake, and he never like genuinely cared about RFK. So it's gonna be like a fight, but happening behind the scenes, and then RFK will appear that like he will be resigning naturally, but like he will be pushed out. And it was gonna be like a speech I saw. Like he was gonna be like, I did what I did for 2 years. I, did this, and he's going to talk about accomplishments, but it's going to be like, okay, we all know like you were kicked out or told you had to go. So yeah, he did try. And once again, like the shadow government is mostly controlling that administration. So it's honestly remarkable that he was even able to plant a seed. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I find it to be very interesting, obviously, that he is he's not going to be there going into 2027. But that being said, the window is open for like him to still have some sort of role after. So we'll have to see kind of how that plays out. But it's not the end for him at all. It's more like, okay, I'm getting out and I'm going to regroup, and then something else is going to come. So we'll have to wait and see. Okay. Next prediction. Okay. More pushback against data centers. And then I also saw like organized revolts against the shadow government. So like we're talking like organized like people starting to uprise. And I can't say that like there's anything wrong with that, honestly. Like, yeah, I'm more for like conscious rebellion. Like let's all just like be high vibe and like rebel that way. But like I'm saying like literal revolts. So like once again, I can't say there's anything wrong with that, because like I guess you just got to do what you got to do. So I don't even know what else to say. And the shadow government, guys, unfortunately, it is going to take a mass disclosure or like a major cosmic event to crash that whole. That's why I'm still seeing 2028 being year. It's just all going to collapse. I literally can't say that word, collapse. But it's like, it is like a slow process. You know what I mean? It's they're leveraging any control. Yes, they're scared shitless, but also like, look how complicit humanity is. Like, where's like the tax revolts, right? Why are people still paying their taxes in the US? Like, why are people still like, it's like, look at like, is anybody fighting back? Like, I mean, I guess just like more like protesting, like through that measure. Oh my God, if everyone stopped paying their taxes, nothing would happen. You know what I mean? Like I'm just saying, like, why are people still like, it's like people, it's harder for people to kind of get involved in more like collapsing the shadow government if people can't even fucking like realize that they just shouldn't be. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like, I think humanity's so complicit. I think we've been complicit all along because obviously it's the norm to be in this matrix reality, right? So, but yeah, it's like, you got to start somewhere. So it's like, it could be like an organized tax revolt but I don't know like what type of, but I'm saying like revolt. Okay. So just something to note. My next prediction is, let's see. Okay, yeah, so we're going to continue to see like one or any group helping to change the old system. Wait, okay, I was reading the wrong prediction about the white hats. Sorry. Okay, no, yes, it's like 2 in 1. So sorry. People accepting the way that they felt they could help almost like change the system. Like, people are going to be realizing that the way that they thought they could fight the system was never the way that's going to work. But that's going to lead to almost more uprising as agendas keep getting pushed and people continue to awaken. Like, people are going to be pissed, and rightfully so. Okay? So people realizing, okay, you know what? We've been out in the streets protesting for decades and decades for, I don't know, some cause, whatever, and nothing's ever going to change, and they're going to start to take matters into their own hands. And I see like groups beginning to uprise. Like, it's not going to be pretty. Like, people are, and like, honestly, could we, I mean, once again, I'm for conscious solutions. So like, I'm more for like, okay, let's just like sunlight and whatever. But can we blame, right, people who like, I don't know. I just feel like nobody's really kind of doing anything to kind of fight back. So like, I don't know. I'm not endorsing like, oh, people should go and like take over the government facilities or whatever. I'm just saying like, I think it's a more conscious solution. Like, we all can raise our frequency and shift the timelines. But I'm saying people who might start to wake up to some deeper stuff and not be able to regulate that, they are going to like just, yeah. So that came forward clearly. This is the white hat prediction. Next prediction. White hats dropping. Okay, yes. So the white hats are going to get information out with like about UFOs with like actual evidence. But it's not going to be open contact, just through kind of back channels. So it's going to be like, I guess the disclosure, the way that I saw it's going to go in a sense, it's going to be more back channel. It's not going to be like, oh, you're turning on like the mainstream news and it's going to say like Pleiadian being found in like Times Square. Like, it's not going to be something like that. It's going to be like, okay, it's going to be like more like people who have been very close and high up, who've had access and are a part of the white hats, are going to be able to drop some sort of information, but with evidence. So that's what came forward. The next prediction I saw, this is kind of going into the whole theme, I guess, but continued political collapse in the USA. I saw particularly Q4 all coming out at once. So it's like almost going to be like all the corruption is just going to come out and flood the collective at once, which, who's mad about that? And also, who's still participating in the political system? I don't know who still is, but This was the other August and Lionsgate. See, my predictions aren't in like a particular order, but this is like the other type of prediction, or this other prediction I saw. But I saw like globally, the shadow government, the elites are going to be upping false flags. And I saw the solar eclipse in August, that window, and Lionsgate, they are going to do false flags, and they will be elite rituals. And just a warning, guys, they do false flags on Lionsgate. There's a sacred energetic gateway. The elite love to do false flags. They did Maui on Lionsgate. They've just done so many stuff on August 8th or just around August 8th. So just something to be a note. Like I know 8/8, 9/9, 10/10, August, September, October, they love doing false flags those months. I don't know why. I need to actually remote view it, but I'm seeing August in particular with the energy of the eclipse and Lionsgate. Just be, obviously we need to utilize the energy, but we all need to just consciously keep shifting out of the timelines where they're going to be able to do what they're doing. So just got flagged out to me for this late summer, fall. And then two more predictions. Then we have people stepping quicker into their awakenings and leading more conscious shifts. 5D unity seed globally raises. I saw once again Q4 for all those who choose the higher timeline. So it's going to be like people are going to be presented with what timeline they want, right? What timeline they want. Do they want the higher timeline or the lower? And this is just once again going into all the themes that we've been talking about today. And then the last prediction is major global event occurring in December that will pave the way going into 2027. This event is going to happen around the holidays. So once again, I wasn't able to like necessarily pinpoint like the exact situation, but it's going to be like a global like event. So I just found that to be interesting. And obviously I noted it in case, it did happen then. So yeah, once again, the next 6 months are all about choice, and we just need to keep choosing our reality. We just need to keep choosing our timeline, and like, that's just all we're called to be doing. There's not that much more we should be doing besides choosing and creating the reality we want for us and awakening and ascending and then helping lead the shift. Okay. We once again are not going to experience this major event, most likely this global initiation event, until about 2028, or most likely 2028. So let's just keep setting our intentions. Let's keep doing the inner work. Let's keep listening to our intuition to keep preparing ourselves for what's about to come, because everything leading up to 2028 is just preparation. And once 2028 comes, that's going to be probably the biggest year of our lifetime. So the next year and a half, it is a final buildup. Once again, it could happen as soon as August of 2027, but most likely 2028. So that'll be the solar flash, open contact, this big event, this really grand almost initiation into the new earth. So that's my predictions video. Just a reminder, I listed all the information about my, in the beginning of the video, about the one-on-one session. So I just recommend on Saturday, set a reminder to just check my page, make sure to secure your slot, because I will be booking fast, and then I will probably not be able to put my August times out until at least like most likely the middle of July. I don't like booking more than a month in advance. But I'm also going to get this website ready to go. Like, exit frequency going into 2027 is going to be much more, I'm trying to make it a little more professional. I'm still early on, so it's only been a year, but I did not expect things to take off so fast. So I'm being called into this role much quicker than expected. So I just have to take the time and to obviously get everything situated. So my offerings are more easy to find. It's easier to book sessions and all that. So, yeah, that's my predictions video for today. And overall, I just think we all, once again, the next 6 months, let's choose unity. Let's choose love. Let's choose this higher timeline, because the next 6 months, it's all about anchoring the choice. And it's not only the choice individually, it's also going to be this choice collectively. Okay. So That's all I have for today. I am sending you all so much love and light, and I am looking forward to seeing you guys in the next video.